Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Dive Addiction. This one is Diver Appreciation Week up at Gilboa. They got a new owner up there, Andy. He's really crushing it. He's doing big things up there and totally turning the place around. The turnout this weekend was phenomenal. I absolutely had a blast. All the staff there are amazing. I couldn't say enough good things about this place. So I'm going to go through this. We're going to let you guys watch the drawing where they give away a Shearwater computer. And then after that, we're going to dive right on in. We're going to go down into the deep side. Well, sort of into the deep side. We're going to go down and see Grimace. We'll be down at about 100 and I think my computer popped up at 103 feet. And yeah, so sit back and enjoy it, and here we go. Let's get this thing started.
It is the time that you have all been waiting for. It is the announcement of the winner of the Shearwater Peregrine Raffle. All right. I'm going to have, what's your name, young man? Elijah. We're going to have Elijah pull the ticket so it's all fair, all right? All right, you ready, Elijah?
You're the good one, Elijah.
Pick mine.
All right. Okay, so this one doesn't have a name or anything on it, so it's a number. Okay.
388 305.
It is 488238.
You're walking home.
All right, we're drawing again.
Ready, Mommy? Yep, ready?
Yeah. Cade Wagers.
You're going
Is
home.
Cade here?
Hey, boy.
My goodness. Who doesn't want a free computer? Cade Wagers.
Here comes somebody.
Woo! Everybody give a hand for Cade.
Woo!
Yeah, we got ourselves a winner. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here. We have hours and hours of entertainment. The games are going to be here all night. So dinner's around 7 p.m. So bring your appetites, and we will see you then. It'll be down here. And like I said, we'll see you then.
Woo! Elijah. Where'd he go? There he is. You're grounded.
Who?
Elijah. You're grounded.
Oh. You had one job.
Yeah.
Should give me a number.
I should just crumpled mine up like I usually do.
Go look at the crumpled one.
You know you're grounded, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you know.
Why would I get a computer?
You're grounded because you didn't get me a computer.
Alright, let's dive on into this dive, and we'll start out right here by the airplane, showing my computer, my air. We literally just went down, so it didn't have a sack rate yet. Some of the sack rates on this thing are not great, but we'll deal with it. Something about diving always has me so excited. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite thing to do by far. After doing it, I couldn't imagine not diving anymore. Alright, looking back at my computer, I see that it's time for me to do a reg swap. Here we go. Getting ready to do my little reg swap. Little check. Clearing it. There we go. Alright, now you will notice I didn't blow bubbles when I did that reg swap. Like when I had a reg out of my mouth, I wasn't blowing bubbles. You're supposed to blow bubbles at all times. Whether there's a reg in your mouth or not, you never stop breathing. So I was a little bit wrong for not having a continuous stream of bubbles coming out of my mouth, but with my experience, it's okay as long as you're at the same depth. If you go up more than 3 feet, you can have a lung over expansion. So it's really dangerous, and new divers definitely make sure that if there's not a regulator in your mouth, you're exhaling. That was just me flying past the wreckage. One thing I love about diving is the way that it just feels like you're flying by everything, completely weightless. It's one of the other new attractions that they've got over here. This is Jason. I can't come over here and not teabag him. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's one of those things that ever since the first time I seen him, I was like, I gotta do it. So here I come. I roll up in, drop down, grab his head, spin him around, and boop! Give him a little kiss to the lips and roll on out. The first time I did it, I didn't get it on video. I thought my buddy was videoing me here, but I don't think he got it on video. This is like the limit for open water divers right here. These tubes are at the depth limit for open water divers. They're at 60 feet. That is the recreational limit for an open water diver. And it gets cold down here. Real cold down here. It was at this point right here is when I noticed that my buddy's leaking air. I gotta let him know because we're gonna go down pretty deep. It's not anything to be overly concerned about, but it's something where he should make sure that he's keeping an eye on his air, just because it doesn't look like a lot even in this. But it's something you want to make your buddy aware of if they've got a problem like that. That way, two things. One, you remember it and can have them fix it when they get out. And two, just to let them know it's the bro thing to do. Down here, when it comes to diving, you always look out for your buddy. Here's the really cool, eerie part about going down deep. It gets cold, it gets dark, and things just have a habit of sitting still, like this leaf right here. Look, it's just perfectly balanced in the water column. And I just roll up and go, poke! I'm going to edit stuff out of this just because I don't really want to show people how to get to where we're going if they're not certified. I mean, I guess if people want to see a tour on how to get to everywhere, I might actually do a video and do a complete tour of the quarry. Time for another little regulator swap. Perks a side mount. You're always taking regs in and out of your mouth. I cut back and we're down here at 95 feet. It's really cold down here. We were getting 42 degrees on the computers. This is definitely dry suit territory. It's also territory where you need to know what you're doing. Don't come down here unless you're trained to come down here. And definitely don't stay past your NDL unless you are planned to go past your NDL and you're trained to go past your NDL, which for the non-divers, NDL is no decompression limit. It is the time. If I were to leave here right now with no decompression limit from 90-something feet, I could go to the surface safely at 20 feet a minute, or at 30 feet a minute. As long as I don't exceed 30 feet a minute, I could literally go from right here to the surface. without having to stop for decompression. Right here, I'm trying to get his attention because we now have 4 minutes to NDL, which we had planned on a little bit of decompression when we were planning this dive, because me and him both are tech trained and we are decompression certified. That's him calling that we're going to turn the dive, and checks his computers. He's already got decompression because his gradient factor is set differently than mine. Here's Chad coming up behind us. He can't see a thing right now. His mask is completely fogged, so I can't blame him for kicking stuff up, but you can definitely tell where we came from. But that full face mask, it's not like my mask. If my mask were to fog up that badly, I can pull it off my face and flood it and then clear it, and I'll be able to see what I'm doing again. With a full face mask, you don't really get that option. Now all of us have plenty of gas in order to do this. We're gonna clear our decompression well before anything comes up. I mean, we're not even gonna get up to the decompression ceiling before we start clearing it. And on my computer, I still don't have decompression yet. It's at 97 feet. I had a grand total of 103. Now this is what we came down looking for. We came down looking for the beach scene with Grimace. And Grimace is the little purple guy, I guess, over here. She got her bikini on, laid out on the chair. A couple of beers by the palm tree and the other skeleton. And Grimace underneath the umbrella. He can't see nothing right now. It's not pretty. Doing another regulator swap. Still no decompression on mine, but you can tell my computer's telling me to switch regs. It's one of the nice updates that Shearwater did to their computers. They now have a side mount thing. Here's Ryan asking me if I'm okay with his light. Anytime you do a circle like that, you're asking your buddy if they're okay. And when you reply to them, or you're going to ask, kind of try and put that circle in the area where they're looking. All right, now there's decompression. So I've got a stop at 10 feet for 1 minute of decompression. So it's not a bunch of stopping, but max of 103 feet, average of 69 feet, 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo, it's cold down here today, boys. And that's right there, we're at 42 degrees. I didn't check what the minimum was. Just going through my tissue loading, just showing all that. We're already back up past the tubes. We're back over by the Christmas tree. We must have spooked up a fish, because down here on the left side you can see where there's a little cloud of kicked up silt. So there must have been a fish laying down over there and got spooked up when we came up and rolled out and left a little dust cloud with them. And this is the tower. The wreckage. You know, it used to be like a water tower, and then there's an Aloha boat. The name of the boat's Aloha, laid up against the top of that tower. He's got great trim going through the water here. His knees aren't dropped. He's not face down or face up. He definitely isn't standing up. I'm trying to get his attention because I want him to go where I'm about to go. Oh, here we go. This is my shoulder dump. I'm letting air out of my dry suit. I thought I'd show you guys that because I've had people ask me how dry suits work. Alright, and this is what I was trying to get him to go through with me, but he didn't go through it. It's a tight little hole between the water tower and that boat. It's not too tight, but it's definitely a challenge to see if you can go through this without kicking anything up. Once I get through it, I'll turn the camera around. I'll let you guys see I'm not kicking up any silt when I go through it. The biggest thing is to get through it without using your hands to swim. That's the challenge, is getting through the tight places without using your hands to swim. There's another couple divers up there. I'm getting ready to turn around and I'll show you guys. I didn't kick anything up. There we go. There's no silt. There's no cloud behind me. I didn't kick anything up when I went through there. I ended up going through it twice, but I'm only going to show it once. There's no point in me showing you that I could go through it twice. The only reason I went through it twice was so Ryan could get video of it. There's Chad. He got hung up on the line with his camera. He was swimming around it, and his camera got wrapped around it. So he had to get himself off of that. Yeah, and right there you could see that my computer said that I had no decompression. We'd already cleared the decompression. We're not even at 10 feet yet, so right now technically we're safe to go straight to the surface as long as we don't exceed 30 feet a minute. It's another one of our things that we like to do is we like to fly underneath the airplane. Not touching anything, just glide underneath here. I do a little bit of talking underwater, you'll be able to hear on this one. Just me showing off my trim a little bit there. I'm not kicking anything up. More for myself than anybody else. I like to see that I'm flat and trimmed out nicely. This little old sailboat, I love it. Always go in and mess around on it. Time for another regulator swap. Definitely a bunch of pretty nice nice sized fish in here. That's the old airboat right there. And now we're getting ready to go through the old school bus. All right, we just put another school bus in Wednesday. The video from that will be coming soon, hopefully. I'm waiting for other people to send me videos because I didn't do a good job of recording video. But this bus is going to get sank down in the deep end just to get it out of the way. The logistics of pulling a bus out and taking it off is just, it's a lot. So we're going to take it down to the deep end and sink it. The reason is somebody was kneeling on top of, and I'm pretty sure I have video of this. Well, actually, no, I don't have video of it, but I was there the day it happened. The guy was kneeling on the top of the bus, and his fin was poking through, and it got stuck, and they ended up having to bend the metal to get his fin back out, and I mean, people need to pay attention to what they're doing. Like, you can see that this roof has holes in it. Why would you kneel on it and get your fin stuck? If it would have been one of us that had done that, there would have been no going up and complaining about the fact that we got a fin stuck in there. I would be embarrassed to go and complain about my fin getting stuck in there, because all my buddies that would be with me would be sitting there making fun of me for getting my fin stuck. You don't need to kneel on stuff when you're underwater. You should be able to hover in the water column without needing to take a break and kneel on something to do a skill, open up a bag of fish food and feed fish. This is the new bus right here. Alright, this is the bus that we just sank. And I was going to shorten this up, but I figured since it's a new attraction, brand new to Gilboa, that I would show all of this video. I love playing around on this new bus. It is absolutely amazing that Andy is putting new stuff into this place that's definitely going to clean it up. I love it. It was a lot more work to sink this bus down here than you would think it would be. It was a lot. And these things are a lot heavier than you think they would be, even with no engine in them. I can't find a tight hole and not want to go through it. I mean, I've been through these skylights, I've been through the windows, I've been through the hole I just went through. I mean, there's literally nothing. I can't find a hole that's tight that I don't want to go into. Now I'm checking this out. I'm trying to see what Ryan's trying to show Chad. And I never did figure it out until we got out. Turns out there's a dead rat in there. I don't know if it was dead before we sank the bus or after, but there's a dead rat in there. And that was definitely closed when we sank the bus. Like, no doubt about it, that box was closed when we sank it. Right here, okay. I could have been a bro and filmed Ryan while I was doing this, but I am stretching out one monster leg cramp right now. So I end up showing it. I'm using the bus to push up on my fin, because that's how you get rid of a leg cramp. You take your fin and you pull it up towards you, and it'll stretch out your leg muscles to get rid of that cramp. there's me in the mirror. I love being able to see myself in mirrors while I'm diving. That's kind of cool.
That's not a line. That's not a line. Look at this. Woo! Water! Water!
The fluid access panel and all the water.
That's all penis.
Now, the right side window is still in. The left side window got blown out when all the barrels that we had inside of the bus slid to the back. And I'm sitting here like, I wonder if I'll fit through this hole. So check and make sure there's no glass in it, because we pulled the rubber out so that there wouldn't be no glass, because we don't want anybody to cut their suit or hurt themselves. And it don't fit. With
Alright. You can't get through that window with 2 tanks. If you want to get through that window, you gotta do it with only 1 tank. 2 tanks won't fit.
Now, if I would have had aluminum tanks on, I'd have pulled a tank off and went through that. So next time I go back to Gilboa, I will definitely be making a video of me taking 1 tank off, or 2. If I take 2 off, I'm just going to Superman straight through that thing. I will fit without... Ryan's trying to get my attention right now. That's what that flashing was. But I had to get a video of myself in the mirror. Ryan's trying to get my attention. At first, he tells me he's gonna go underneath this bus. Okay. And then he thinks about it, and he's doing double back mount. There is no way you're fitting under that bus back mount. That is a side mount hole if there ever was one. And even then, it's still really, really tight. I do not recommend anybody go underneath here. If you get stuck, you are in a bad situation. But he points it out to me. And me being me, I can't not do it. I check, look at it, and I'm like, man, maybe I might be able to get through there. And I just go for it. And it is tight, bud. Oh, it's tight. Kind of just got to muscle your way through it a little bit. Pop out the other side. And boop. Yeah. Oh, it's just an amazing feeling when you do something like that. But guys, I enjoy doing these videos for you, and I definitely enjoy the diving. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I love each and every one of you guys. Please make sure you give this video a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll be happy to take you guys on more dives.